Come here. We need to talk. We are in the winter season. Healthcare is exploding right now, or at least it is at my hospital. And I have been charged in the ICU for like the last couple weeks. And let's debrief this shift because my mind is just like, start off by getting report, and then I looked over the staffing for nights. We had a bunch of upcoming surgeries for that day that we're going to need placed in the ICU. So automatically we're thinking about what do our numbers look like? How many patients need to leave? Do we need to open up beds, etc. Did our morning huddle with all the day shift nurses, and then I go around, make sure everyone arrived before I go and get breakfast really quick. And I had someone comment the other day, they're like, you got breakfast an hour and a half into your shift? Yes, I got breakfast an hour and a half into my shift. I gotta eat, okay? And sometimes that is literally the only meal that I get, and I don't get a lunch. And so a lot of times I'm quickly grabbing breakfast and then eating it in like my first little staffing meeting in the morning. Also, I'm supposed to have 2 paid 15-minute breaks, which I rarely get anyways. So I don't need to explain myself anymore. I got breakfast. I was supposed to go to our staffing huddle, but we had a patient that we needed to emergently intubate, and they ended up coding. And so very busy doing labs. I put in an ultrasound IV, put in an OG, labeled things, ordered things, and we set them up for targeted temperature management. That took about 2 hours kind of getting things situated. And then I was the Foley police. Someone actually commented this on one of my last videos, and I was like, I'm stealing that. So basically I got a list of all these patients that have had Foleys for a long time or don't have like a designated reason to have a Foley, and I round on those people and see if we can remove them. There are ICU rounds after that. And then I took report on an ER patient because they needed to bring him up and the nurse was busy at the moment. Finished with that. And then I went and did a CT run with a super sick patient just to be an extra set of hands for the nurse. And when I got back, I went to look for a CRT machine and some temp probes. Like, why are temp probes just non-existent? Probes in general, cords, probes, I'm always searching for them. Did some staffing rooms. I don't know what that means. Okay, I don't remember why I put that, but something was staffing. And then I set up some CRT supplies for a nurse that was starting CRT and got called to help place a duo tube after that. So I went and placed that duo tube. Then we got a new ICU patient, and I also went and put another ultrasound IV in. And then I gave our secretary a quick lunch break. I spent a lot of time staffing in the afternoon, like over 2 hours, because we were closing beds, moving people. Like, it was just very, very busy. And then I was able to grab some food, but I honestly didn't get to really say and eat it. Like, I was doing things, taking a bite, doing things, grabbing a bite. Like, it was not a lunch. Some updates on all the ICU patients, how to do some last minute staffing stuff right at the end, and then gave report at 1800. And that was my ICU shift recap. Glad we're done. Yay for the winter.